This is the Rebel Scum Podcast. Available in video on YouTube and audio wherever you listen to your podcasts. Every week, Brock and James talk the latest rumors, news, and theories from a galaxy far, far away. Support us on Patreon for exclusive offers and join the Star Wars discussion. Patreon.com/RebelScumPodcast. Here are your hosts, Brock and James.
You are always scum. Rebel scum.
The scummiest of scum.
Boom. We're on the right. James, hello. It's been a while.
Hi.
Hello.
It's been since the Thanksgiving show, I believe.
Oh my gosh. Episode 233, Rebel Scum Podcast. So sorry for long. I'm Brock. This is
James.
Boom. And we are the Rebel Scum Podcast. James, Star Wars. What?
Stan Solo's joining us in the chat. If you want to join the
Nice.
chat, join Patreon, join the chat. Patreon chat. What? Episode 233, Brock. Your life has been like a positive way. You've got we could all see you're in a different spot right now.
That's right.
You are not you're like in a dream sequence from the 80s or something.
I'm in a white void.
Don't go towards the light.
Yeah.
But you're at a brand new location.
Yeah.
So you took a little while off, and you gave me the finger twice, only twice, which was
That's
nice.
right. That's right.
You made me do a video last week or the week before with Rob McDonald. Darth Ward came on for his annual appearance on the channel. Because you missed this. I don't know. I guess. Do you mind if I just talk to you about this briefly? Because I don't know if you have an opinion on it. So I just want to. You don't probably, but
Yeah.
There was a rumor hit that week that Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni were going to be doing a Star Wars movie. Now, it was just a rumor, was not one of these bogus announcements. But anyway, we just kind of talked like, would we, if it happened to be true, is that a good move? Would you be on board with the Filoni Favreau movie, or do you think they should stick to the streaming stuff?
No, I think they're fine. I mean, Dave Filoni hasn't really made a movie to my knowledge, but like he makes TV, and I think Favreau has proven his ability to make movies so far. So, right, like it's a no-brainer.
Well, it's the holiday season. Elf is playing everywhere.
Yeah, exactly. And he made Iron Man 2,
Jungle Book.
Joss Whedon, Jungle Book. Yeah, like it's Lion King. It's just like he can make a film. He can. He's just fine. I think it wouldn't be a terrible idea. I mean, you don't want to overwork these people, but like, what Filoni lacks in movie making is he can measure out with universe building. So I'd be like, yeah, let's do it. And yeah.
Yeah, I think that they even each other out in what you just said, universe building. Like Favreau, it's funny. It's like Lucas leaves, and to replace Lucas, you need two people minimum, right? Like maybe even there's more. But everything that George Lucas brought, these two seem to have some element of that combined when making The Mandalorian, and hopefully the Boba Fett show, which we're getting into.
Mm-hmm.
Boba Fett. We're 2 weeks away from Boba Fett.
Oh my gosh!
Have you been watching the Hawkeye show? Hawkeye?
Yeah, but I haven't had time to keep up. But like, it seems pretty good. Did you watch it?
It's a Christmas show, so I'm all in. I've been watching every single episode, and I liked episode 1 and 4. Episode 1 and 4 have been my favorite episodes.
Oh, nice.
Episode 4, for a short period of time, no spoilers or anything, but for a short period of time, it goes full Christmas mode for about like 5 minutes, and I was like, keep it going, stay on target. It's like there was sweaters and lights and music, Nat King Cole. There's a lot of fun stuff. Anyway, it's you know what? It's I've seen a lot of people say they don't like it, and a lot of people say it's their favorite Marvel show, and I feel like you know it's probably gonna end somewhere, but it's been fine. You know, it's been standard fare. I find like there's nothing. I wouldn't say there's anything over the top about it so far, and hasn't been anything, you know, terrible yet. So it's been an enjoyable ride, and it's every episode has Christmas music. So what more do you want in December watching a Marvel show? It's fun, but that ends, and then Book of Boba Fett goes right into it. And every day it seems like Disney Plus is. Have you seen these? The Star Wars, Lucasfilm, Disney Plus. They're like releasing like a short TV streaming commercial for this thing. Have you seen these things they keep dropping?
For Book of Boba Fett?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, I stopped watching them after a point because I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't think they're giving too much away.
No, it seems like they're reusing a lot of the same things over and over again.
Which I'm fine with, because like you, they have our money. It's like the Spider-Man movie. They're like, we need to see Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield. Like, why? They have your money. Like, it's doesn't matter that you see them in the theater. What does it matter?
Yeah.
You know, I kind of like how quiet Book of Boba. It hasn't been quiet. They've been showing this stuff every day, but how little they've shown from the series. Because other than, you know, like a power struggle, I really don't know what to expect from the show at all. And I don't know if you heard, Brock, but apparently that is Pedro Pascal's voice in one of the episodes or one of the trailers.
Oh.
You hear Pedro Pascal's voice. So whether he's the Mandalorian or he's just now Disney's voice actor, he's the Alan Tudyk of Star Wars live action. I love Alan Tudyk. They're like, we need a rooster, Tudyk.
Tudyk, yeah.
Yeah, like we need a crow, Tudyk. Iago, Tudyk. And he's just like, you know, paycheck after paycheck. Just I don't know what he makes, but he's making a living, clearly voicing non-verbal Disney characters. It's like Frank Welker doing Scooby Doo and like all those background characters. Anyway. References that went over everyone's head.
God, what are we talking about? Yeah, no, that's cool. I'm glad. Like, yeah, I don't think there's any doubt that like perhaps like Book of Boba Fett might not be as good as Mandalorian, like because like our expectation higher and higher and higher, and at some point you level out and people don't like it. But I guess Mandalorian across the board like has some ups and downs for like fan thoughts, but I'm not concerned about this universe building. You know, it's all going to connect in some way. One, it's Star Wars. We like to connect, and so I guess that's more of a Marvel thing now that I think of it. I finally watched Black Widow, and I finally watched Shang-Chi. I was like, I watched the movie and I still don't know how to pronounce it. Excellent. Shang-Chi, like, wow. Have you watched that yet?
No, but everyone says that. Does it take place at Christmas?
No, sorry. It's colorful like Christmas.
New Year.
But anyways, like sticking on Star Wars, like there's no doubt that this can connect in some way, especially since it's like we built this one. Now we're building this one. Even though Robert Rodriguez is like the director, like it's Filoni. So I'm not concerned. Yeah, I can't believe it. It's like just like last week we were like, we are starving for Star Wars content, but it's like like I can't believe it. But you know, time it's exciting that it's like a couple days before New Year's Eve, so it's like you're on vacation, so you're ready to go.
I'll be working that day, so thanks for rubbing in the vacation, bro.
Suck it.
Rubbing it in. I'll be working. Yeah, actually, I will be in the city. I'll be working. Well, not really in the city. It's a city. I guess it's more of a town. I have no idea, but I'll be working outside of my home that week.
Nice.
Gas money. I'm excited for Book of Boba Fett. Mostly because there's the possibility of it's the Star Wars Underworld, right? Like, is this the Underworld show, elements of the Underworld show that George Lucas wanted to tell. I'm guessing no, because this is their own thing. But the Star Wars Underworld is this. I mean, his was more of a prequel era, so yeah. But the Star Wars Underworld is something that we haven't gotten to see too much of in live action. We've got like books and some animated stuff, but in live action, it's kind of just been like Jabba. And that like they kind of just they stay just far enough away from it that it's there, but not enough to know what it's about. And now we're finally going to get into that, which is the fun element of Star Wars, which keeps us in a period of Star Wars which we know and love, but an element of Star Wars which is very new to us.
Yeah, like I think with like Mandalorian, we're like, oh wow, but now it's like the OG like bounty hunter is the main focus. So it's like, ooh, so yeah, I mean, it's like all the things that like George Lucas has been wanting to do. It's like nice. I can't like even express it anymore. I'm excited for it because it's, I think 2 seasons of Mandalorian where they're like, well, if we did this, now it's like I feel like all the stops are pulled out, and I'm looking very much forward to it. Would it trip you up if they gave the whole entire season in one day to you?
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. I think
Yeah.
they like milking it. Hawkeye, they gave 2 episodes, the first 2 episodes in one day. WandaVision, they did the same thing, but I can't see them giving more than that. They want you to stick around, right? Like Netflix, that's their MO. They're all in on that. That's what they've done since day one. But Disney Plus, Apple's the same. They're all like, hey, we want your money.
Yeah.
Stay with us for 6 to 8 weeks, whatever these are, and then you can cancel if you want. But we're gonna force you to stick around during that time. So yeah, it would surprise me. I don't know. I don't like. What was Aaron was watching something and it was Netflix, I think, and it was binging, and I was just like, I'm done. I gotta go. Like, I watched like an episode and a half and I walked away. I have my limits. What about you? How would you feel if they threw them all in one day?
I'd be like, wow, mad flex. But I wouldn't. I think it's just like because the formula has been changed back to episodic. It is nice to have time to think about the episode instead of just going go 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 go. If it was better to watch all in one go, then yeah, for sure. That's like I'm probably one of the few people that watch Zack Snyder's Justice League all the way through. Like, so it's like, well, you made a movie.
All the way through, but here's the difference, though. That's the thing, though. That's a movie. These are shows, and I like the idea of shows taking a week to breathe, and like you said, letting us think about and discuss what we saw that week, and go into the next one. Whereas, because and the other thing too is like I'll use Stranger Things as an example. And we both like Stranger Things, but you watch it a lot quicker. The one season I wasn't even around for. I was like out of the country when one of them dropped. You're like, but we can't talk about it because you've watched 8 episodes and I'm just about to start one episode, and you know what I mean? Like, but whereas it's weekly, I have time to catch up, and we could both talk about it and be like, oh man, what do you think is gonna happen next week? It's the water cooler talk that we've been missing out on since the dawn of Netflix, since it took over television. And I for one am happy that it is back in our lives. Weekly shows get you up that, and also selfishly, Brockett gives me time to watch something else. Otherwise I'm not going to. That's all I watch.
Yeah, I'm down for whatever they want to do, but like, yeah, it's just like I like episodic. It's nice. Yeah. I'm avoiding any new content on it because I just want to like live it, but like it, I can't see it being a failure in any ways. So exciting stuff.
No, it's gonna blow. I'm curious how the numbers will be for it. It's not as the trailer wasn't as exciting as Hawkeye or Loki. It wasn't as exciting it wasn't as different as like a WandaVision. and it wasn't as mysterious as the Mandalorian. You're like, ooh, what's this Star Wars? So it's I'm curious, but at the same time, it's guaranteed eyes on it because you subscribe and have you seen the Mandalorian. You're going to watch Book of Boba Fett. I think there's like they're going to have a good turnaround of people who have watched one are definitely going to go see what's up with the other one, even if the only connection is that he was a character on the Mandalorian for two episodes. Was it 2 episodes? How many was he in? 2? He was just in 2, right? Was he in the finale? Was he in this?
No, I think it was. I think it was just the one where they go to the structure, right? Because that in
no, there's the Baby Yoda in the force field thing.
Yeah.
Then they go to the structure. That's the Robert Rodriguez one. Then they go to the structure, and he's all cleaned up. Was he in the third one in the finale?
No, I think that was what's his name? That the Ant-Man,
Paul Rudd,
right? What was that guy? No, maybe not Ant-Man.
Oh no,
he was like
Peyton Reed. Now Peyton Reed directed the finale.
Peyton Reed,
I can't remember. I should rewatch the finale. I don't think Boba Fett's in the finale. He's in 2 episodes. He's the Mandalorian. We are the worst Star Wars fan. We'll save that stand for our segment when we get to it. I do like it though. Actually, let's just throw it up, Brock. Let's just do it now. We won't save it.
Right,
Let's
cool.
just do it. Ready? Stan Solo asks, "What are the odds of seeing Tashi Station or Beggar's Canyon in Book of Boba Fett or Obi-Wan Kenobi?"
100%.
Whoa! Actually, you know what? With Favreau especially, yes.
Yeah.
We'll get one of them. Yeah.
I mean, it seems fairly clear that there's a large chunk of this show spent on Tatooine in like flashbacks of how he got out of the what do you call it? What's the thing? Sarlacc pit, and taking over Jabba's like empire. So like, absolutely, that's a good question.
My name is Boba Fett. Yeah, it's a great question. I think Tashi Station for sure. You got Life Day message in Mandalorian. When you start referencing the holiday special, you're going to start getting you get fun stuff like that, and that's part of the joy of the people making this is that they like all those little side nonsenses going on. It's awesome. I can't wait for Book of Boba Fett. Ahsoka Tano's coming up. Obi-Wan Kenobi though, Brock, we got Andor coming up probably around the summer. Does that mean Obi-Wan Kenobi is coming out in the spring? Tell me it's coming out in the spring.
It would be nice. Because like they released that Obi-Wan teaser thing with Ewan McGregor, and that was it, right? To it. There was no other news, right? So I don't know, but since we've been there's been a lot of like Star Wars video game stuff. I don't know if you've noticed on Switch, they have the original Knights of the Old Republic. It's I forget what the word is, but yeah, you can buy it now you can play it on Switch. I have not bought it yet, but I want to. But there is I think I sent you the trailer of like a Darth Malik titled game that's coming out. And I believe they're going to be another remaster of the Old Republic. But then they had a new trailer for Hunters come out. I haven't watched it yet, but that looks awesome as well. Because like you said, it looks like an Overwatch. But big thing I think this week was Star Wars Eclipse. The trailer came out for that. This is going to take place during the High Republic. It looks awesome. I mean, just cinematics mostly right now, but pretty cool. So there's a lot of like big story Star Wars stuff coming up. Of course, like we say, it's like it doesn't really count, but like I like that this is based in the High Republic. Have you seen this trailer for Eclipse?
Yeah, I saw the trailer. Apparently, it's not coming out for like 3 to 4 years.
Correct. That's also in the news, but like,
it's again, I look at it, I'm like, plenty of time for it to be canceled. Plenty of time for it to be canceled. And I showed it to Fantasia, and I think I sent it to anyway. He said the only thing he liked it, but he's like, but where's the gameplay?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I want some of that stuff is the gameplay. I don't know, but that's my thing. Is like, well, what kind of game is it? I don't know. For right now, for me, it's an animated movie. So
yeah, exactly.
It's exciting with Star Wars stuff, sure.
That's cool. That's typical for every video game's first trailer. They never show gameplay. Very rarely, unless they're like ready to go. So like this being an all cinematics cuts in the commercial, and it's like, oh, it's not coming out for 2 to 3 years at the minimum. It's like, well, yeah. So, but it's cool.
Sorry, Brock. Where I am with Star Wars is, if it's not coming out next week, I don't really care anymore. Like,
yeah, exactly.
I don't trust it.
But it's nice to see like the LucasArts logo up in, or what it's called, LucasArts still now.
Yeah, they brought
video
it back.
Games, or is it Lucas Games?
Yeah, or it might be Lucas, whatever. But they killed it and they brought it back, much like they did with the Clone Wars.
All they have to do is do a remaster of Monkey Island. That was a non-Star Wars Lucasfilm game.
I had a bunch of those games. Those were the games that my dad would come home from work and he'd be like, he'd drop off like floppy disks and be like, "Got you a game." I'm like, "What is this?" I never got into it though because I'm not a point and click gamer. I'm like, where's the joystick? Oh, you click the mouse.
You type things in.
Yes and no. Yeah, and I'm like, that's not a game, man. Where's Mario? The
funny thing is, it's a point and click, and there's like, this is not a video game now. Like, there's like, it's a whole genre of mobile games.
I know. It's like, and it's
like Dragon's Lair, and which isn't Lucasfilms, but it's the same kind of type of game. Is all like point and click. There's no actual like moving of the character. It's a matter of clicking the button at the right time and moving. And like, I know that's kind of video games, but it's even less. It's like you're just operating a movie pretty much.
Yeah, so that's not where I grew up on the video game side. But some people did, and they have fun, and that's great. And Monkey Island, I always tried to get into Monkey Island like a few times a year, like, because everyone said how great it was. And I was like, I can't figure this out. But whatever. It is what it is. Do you want to go to the odds?
Yeah, let's do it. Never tell me the
ability of successfully navigating an asteroid field is approximately 3,720 to 1.
Never tell me the odds.
Never tell me the odds, 3PO.
Don't tell them the odds.
Never tell me the odds, brought to you and me and everyone else by patreon.com and the wonderful people that support us on patreon.com/Rebel Scum Pod. If you like what we do and you want a little bit extra content here and there, you get premiere ability to watch this live with us, talk to us, just a good fan, Stan Stolo. You could have it all. Just go and support us on patreon.com/Rebel Scum Podcast. And you can be one of the lauded few that we announce every episode. Like Heidi Feder, executive producer, Barry Brophy, Dennis Allen, Randy, Mary Kristen Aton, Jeff Wilson, Phil Stanifor, Scott D, Josh Price, Matt W,
Rez, Frank Perkins, Neil Lowry, D, Raven Spencer, Cosmic Girl 02, Gleek Play 1, Disney Desi, Charlotte, Kayla Davis, Denniners, and the Girls with Sabers.
Boom. That's right. Support us, and I can flub your name. It's no problem.
That's
today's odds, James.
That's how we roll. We flub names. Well, Stan Solo, thank you so much for giving us our first odd today. The unofficial first odd.
Yeah, good one.
That's today's odd. Well, we got a big surprise cameo midway through the first season of the Book of Boba Fett, where we get a mega big, huge someone. A legacy character, someone shocking, will they appear halfway through the season.
It's a Star Wars project, so yes, 100%. I think it'll be debatable if it's shocking for every viewer, but there's got to be something like it's Boba Fett.
Yeah, I'm with you too. I'm going to go 77.982134%. I know. Tell me the odds. Will Omega appear? Are we going to see Omega in the Book of Boba Fett?
Ooh, man, I would love this. I feel like we talked about this a couple weeks ago, and I would absolutely love this. I'm not optimistic it's gonna happen. I don't know. Like it's, but they're both Filoni run projects, so it's like it has high potential of happening. Look, I'm gonna be optimistic. I'm gonna go 75%.
For me, I'm gonna put a full Brock. I don't think it would happen. The only way it will happen is if there is a way. First of all, it has to make sense for what they're doing.
Yeah.
But like they can't just shoehorn her in there. But the other thing is there has to be a way to explain who Omega is very simplistically.
Maybe. Sorry to cut you off. I just like it popped into my head as you were saying it. It's like maybe it's like a flashback with Boba, and he's like talking about his life. He's like on Camino, and it's like they made different versions of my father, and you see the clone.
Yeah.
Cody, you see Rex like in live action or CG Tamora Morrison, and he's like there was different kinds, and like he's like walking down the hall, and then he sees a female version of himself and walk by. They don't interact, but like there's that interaction as a way to be special sort of thing.
I'll be down for that. Like I said, it's got to be something you can portray and show and explain to the general audience easily. Otherwise, it doesn't work. It's got to be easy, and you can't just be like, well, you got to watch Bad Batch. You've got to kind of explain. This isn't Darth Maul at the end of Solo, like that. You don't have to explain. This is a whole new character that's never existed before, so you got to kind of.
I think it would be a great way to end the first season if they do multiple seasons, where it's like he overcomes whatever the problem of the season is, and at the very last thing is like an older Omega shows up and is like, "Who are you?" It's like, "I'm your sister." And the beauty is like because it's way in the future, like they don't have to get anyone that resembles like the animated version of Omega because she's a young girl or like teen or whatever at the time. At this point, they're full adult. It'd be great. Like it's man, like that's exciting.
Yeah, I'd be down with that for sure. And our final ad, will Prince Shizor from Shadow of the Empire, will Prince Shizor appear? We're talking the Underworld, Brock. Underworld. Shadow of the Empire is not canon, but Shizor has been made canon. His species has been made canon.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying.
Yeah, I mean, do it. Just do it. Do it. We need a soundboard that just goes like, do it.
Do it.
If Thrawn can come back and be this popular, yeah, I'm gonna go 80%.
That is my one reservation with Shizor is Thrawn. Like maybe you throw Shizor in like a Thrawn show with Ahsoka. Like that doesn't seem like it's out of the realm of possibility to me. But who knows? I'm gonna go 51%. I want to be a little bit more optimistic, and I want to see it happen.
Yeah, like it's not lazy recycling the characters because how they did Thrawn was like, oh, this is good, and why not? Like even if Shizor isn't a huge character, like just put it in. Like you have these characters. Put Jackson in something for crying out loud.
They've been using him a lot in comics and stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
So I think they've hit a sweet spot. Well, that's where he belongs. Like that's where he's from. Is what I should say. That's where he's from. Okay. Do you want to go to the news?
Let's do it.
Oh, this is not the Hollow News at all. This is Hollow News.
That's an old. That's an old.
That is not what I thought I was clicking on.
That's something I made when I used to try.
Yeah. I don't know where it is. Hollow. That's ho ho ho.
Ho.
Ho ho. Yeah.
Ho.
Oh, anyway, I don't have the intro. So Hollow News, da 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 da, Hollow News, da 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 da, Hollow, da 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 da. Anyway, go ahead.
All the news the news you need to know right now. As we mentioned before, it was just announced that Star Wars Eclipse, a video game set in the High Republic era, was announced recently at the Game Awards. Star Wars Eclipse is the first video game set in an uncharted region of the Outer Rim during the High Republic era, known as the Golden Age of the Jedi. This is being created by a company called Quantic Dream. The game will build upon expertise in delivering deeply branching narratives and will go beyond their already established acclaim. Players' choices will be, as every decision can have a dramatic impact on the course of the story. But as we mentioned earlier, it was kind of figured out that there's at least 2 to 3 years. Tom Henderson, who's an industry insider, tweeted on December 10th that a few things on the Star Wars Eclipse being written by QD Paris, Quantum Design. He went on to claim that Eclipse is believed to be around 3 to 4 years away minimum, and that Quantum Dream Paris is currently struggling with hiring staff. This is and he then goes, he tags on, I wonder why. This refers to apparently a sexual assault allegations leveled at the company in 2019. And the follow-up tweet stated that the biggest on the development side is the internal QD engine, which wasn't built for an open world title, which is kind of how this video game seems to be. There are currently 60 plus job openings for Quantic Dream Paris and 9 in Montreal. So trailer's very, very cool. I highly suggest you go on YouTube and check it out, but yeah, we might not get it for a little bit longer. But what we do have right now is a 4K holiday special trailer. San Francisco-based illustrator and concept artist Nick Acosta has given the internet an incredible gift in the form of a 4K 60 frame per second remastered trailer for the Star Wars holiday special. Some say you simply cannot be basing your opinion of the divisive film on that scratchy old bootleg VH copy you have lying around. You must witness it with the best modern technology that has to offer. The 1978 disco era Star Wars holiday special was universally panned by critics and fans, and it never been hard to understand why. There's agonizing long open variety show where Wookiees speak to each other in their native language with no subtitles. So if you love that stuff, like the Good Night but Not Goodbye song in the Cantina with B. Arthur, then you gotta check it out on this 4K on YouTube. Costa, who created it, clarified that he didn't yet remaster the whole movie, but judiciously chose a few spots to up-res because a 5-minute clip takes about 12 hours to upscale to 4K. So yeah, go over to YouTube and check it out. And in our final news, O'Shea Jackson, who we all know is cast in the Obi-Wan series, has been talking about his experience on set. He's O'Shea, who's part of the cast for Disney Plus upcoming series set to debut in 2022. He tells comicbook.com's sister site popculture.com that Star Wars gig is the best job I've ever had in my life. But he keeps his role in mystery, dodging the questions when asked by a fakingly phone call from his boss. I think Mickey Mouse is telling me, man, I'm going to have to get that. He also said, it was such an honor to work for the Star Wars. I'm such a nerd. If anybody who really knows me knows I'm a nerd to the core. That was the best job I ever had in my life. The production has wrapped, and Jackson joked, I just want to go back. I hope there's a reshoot. I can't wait for people to see it. I can't wait to see it. I'm over here drooling like everybody else. So good news on the Obi-Wan front, and this has been your Hollow news. Oh man, I'm rusty, James. I can't hear you. "21 months of not muting yourself. Here we are. You're mute."
21 months.
No, it's been longer than that, but
21
probably
months.
23
Anyway,
now.
look. I had myself muted on purpose because my chair squeaks. It's not doing it now, but it typically squeaks. That was great stuff there. O'Shea Jackson, though, very excited about. You just turned your light on.
I don't have my light set up, so I'm using daylight, and it's getting dark. Now it's blue
No,
and
I just like that. Partway through this, you got up to turn on the light. That's awesome. There we go. Hit it hard. Let's see your old Hollow News is here. We got top five things we're excited about to see in the Book of Boba Fett. Our first episode back is a half hour so far. This is fantastic. People are like, quick,
that's fine.
Yeah, we got. You are a married man. You don't have time for this foolish behavior anymore. Yeah, are you making dinner? Are you cooking a pot roast?
I
don't know what that is.
Pot roast, maybe.
I don't really know what a pot roast is. I've never had one. No one's ever invited me over
in a pot roast. If you know what a pot roast is, comment below and we will talk about it next episode.
Yeah, Stan.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Oh, Lando. Here we go. Check this out. This has to do with our Never Tell Me the Odds, but Lando, Donald Glover, is Stan Solo's top pick for surprise appearance in the Boba Fett. That would not be too shabby. I would be on board with that. Why not? He's not too good for Disney Plus, is he?
I don't know. I don't think so. I mean,
I don't think so either.
He hasn't really pissed anyone off to my knowledge. So
as of yet, he's on. He's one tweet away though. He's on. He's there.
Yeah.
Top 5 things we're looking forward to in the Book of Boba Fett show. Let us know in the comments below or in the chat what you would like to see in the Book of Boba Fett. My number 5 is just give me a hut.
Yeah, absolutely. Actually, I'm going to change mine to that as well. We've been lacking in huts in current day.
And we've talked a while, like how would they approach a Jabba the Hutt? Would it be all CG like they have lately, or do the puppet? And like I said, you haven't seen Ghostbusters yet, so I don't want to ruin it, but you've seen the trailers. And those ghost dogs from the original one show up, and they look like they do in the 80s, like a little bit better, but just like they do in the 80s. And I was like, well, there you go. That's how you do Jabba the Hutt. Just call these guys. They'll tell you what they did. So there's definitely a way to do it that would appease fans everywhere. So that was also your number 5?
Yeah, it was something else, but
let's take over.
It's so true.
My number 4 is lame. It's just learning more about the Star Wars Underworld. I just want to know more about the Underworld. Tell me what's up. Are there lightsabers? Which one's a Jedi? Someone's a Jedi.
Mine is similar. I'm just looking forward to, or like, we don't need Boba Fett's origin, but like we flesh out like what happened to him after the Sarlacc pit. So like I feel like that's the new origin. Like how did you get from here to there? So yeah.
And that's my number. Oh no, that's not my number 3. Okay, no, that's my number 3 now. It's how did he get out of the Sarlacc pit? It was my number 2. We'll push it up to number 1. How did he get out of that thing? I never really wanted him to. I was always content with him being a goner, but now I'm like, well, he's out of it. Let's find out how. So that's my number 3 is how the heck did he get out of the Sarlacc pit?
My number 3, I guess, is kind of the same thing. What I just said, though, is like, I really hope there's flashbacks to clones, live action clones. Like, they don't have to do anything. They just like, yes, that's this person. I'm like, oh my gosh. Like, if they had 99, the clone that they made it into a janitor, like, oh, that would be awesome. So stuff like that. That'd be sweet.
Oh, my number 2, just give me the Jango Fett references. It's very similar to yours, but I just want to hear Jango Fett mentioned nonsense. Even there's a flashback to Jango Fett before, maybe he's like the one who started up the underworld of Star Wars. He's like had his early days of that. I don't know, but I want to hear some Jango Fett references.
I'm gonna go number 2. Well, like because you get to see that mention of Jango in the gauntlet of his old armor, and you're like, oh, they're gonna do it. So yeah.
My number 1. Am I number 1? We're good.
Yeah, you're number 1.
My number 1, finding out what the purpose of this show is.
Oh yeah.
What is the deal with this show? I don't know why we need it. I'm looking forward to it. Don't get me wrong, but what purpose does it serve? Because they had to have been more than just you know, I like to believe that Robert Rodriguez is like, we should do a Boba Fett show, and Favreau's like, yeah, and then Filoni's like, wait, and then he like completely like nerd blocked him. He's like, well, if they do it, it has to be like this. So there's got to be a purpose for it. I'm looking forward to finding out what it is. Baby Yoda 2.
My number one is just bounty hunters because you know they're gonna bring Boskin, but like, yeah, like I think they just need to play up this underworld like you're talking about, but like specifically, I feel like we're gonna see a lot of bounty hunters.
Yeah, I really hope we do because bounty hunters are awesome, and this show really is kind of a. I mean, it is about bounty hunters. It's about a certain bounty hunter, 2 bounty hunters even. Fennec Shand is a bounty hunter too.
Yeah.
Cannot wait for. We got 2 weeks to go. 2 weeks to go, Brock, and then we will know all about it. We got Stan Solo right here. Boba Fett's son, Buffett. Buffet. Boba Fett's son, Buffet. I saw someone posted sent a message the other day. It said Boba Fett's full name is Robert Fettuccini. Robert Fettuccini.
It's me, Bobby Fettuccini.
Fettuccini.
Forget about it.
Bit droids are making up some good linguine.
What you want to do?
Well, this was fun, Brock. It was good to be back.
It's good to be back in the saddle again. It's
good to be anywhere.
It's good to be doing anything at all.
Yeah, well, we'll be locked down in a week or so we're good.
Oh, good. Yeah. It's okay. I got Optimus Prime. He's going to face off against Omnicron, and we'll be fine. We'll be free of COVID.
Okay. I thought when people said Omnicron, they were joking. The first time I heard it.
It's like... I was listening to something that made the reference to like Futurama, like Omicron Persei 8, which is like a planet they made up in that show.
Predicting the future, much like the Simpsons have done also. Anything else you want to say before I let you go back to your lovely wife and dinner?
No. Check us out on Patreon. Sorry that we have been gone for a couple weeks, but
don't worry, Rob held down the fort. Rob.
We got a lot of like stuff coming up from Christmas, so you'll be fed up with us by the beginning of January. It'll be great. Are we still gonna like if people want to send in their videos for the top rating Star Wars? So just send a video of your thoughts on like. You give us our numbers, but then do like a little 30-second video if you want and say, hey, I like this because of that. And we'll put it all together. It'll be sweet.
Yeah, we got everyone recording that. I put the numbers together. We had over 30 entries of lists for Star Wars. And you're not going to believe what number 1 is. It is Star Trek Beyond.
Oh, my gosh.
January 1st, we will be putting up our ranking Star Wars. Between 26th and 31st, we'll have... a show a day, and we're going to try to keep doing this one in the next 2 weeks as well, as long as we can. And then I think that's it. But yeah, New Year's Day is the big one, ranking Star Wars, the definitive rankings of Star Wars. You can't beat it. It is the only one that counts.
The only one.
All right, Brock, this has been a lot of fun. Good to see you again. Go enjoy your pot roast.
Popozow.
I can't even say it. All right, guys. Thanks. Give us a thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever it is. And until next time, Brock, you were always scum.
Oh, rebel scum.
Hold on. Okay.
Scumbags, thanks for watching. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up on our video. As always, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Rebel Scum Podcast, for all the latest videos.